Ever since the release of my wildly popular book, The Jerk-Free Workplace, How You Can Take the Lead to Create a Happier, More Inspiring Workplace, the #1 question I've been asked by journalists is this: is it really possible to create a jerk-free workplace? Isn't that a pipe dream? What have you been smoking? Okay, nobody asked me that question, but it was implied, I think, in their tone. Of course I think it's possible, or I wouldn't have written the book. In fact, I've seen jerk-free workplaces in my travels around the world researching inspiring workplaces. And if you don't think it's possible, we might as well give up right now, because you're giving up before you even started. It's a pretty important goal, and a worthwhile goal, to aim for a jerk-free workplace, because we know from so much research that jerks are costing you a lot of money, a lot of stress. They're demoralizing everyone in your workplace. So we better be aiming for a jerk-free workplace, because life is too short to work in a soul-sucking, fun-sucking, jerk-filled workplace. If you have jerks in your workplace, it's because they're tolerated. You tolerate them. You put up with them, or worse, you reward them for their behaviors, and that's why they behave like jerks, believe it or not. Your culture is only as good as the lowest common denominator behavior that you tolerate. So let's make it a goal. Let's make it our primary mission in any workplace to create a rocking, inspiring, fun, jerk-free workplace. Here are 10.5 ideas on how to do just that. #1, don't hire jerks to begin with. That's a pretty good starting point. Many companies around the world embrace some sort of motto along the lines of, we do not hire brilliant jerks. We don't care how smart you are, how great you look on paper. If you're a jerk, we're not going to hire you. You are not welcome here. And you need to send that message through your hiring practice and how you promote, how you recruit employees. You need to make it crystal clear the kind of employee you are looking for in terms of their attitude, but also spell out what you aren't looking for. Make it fun, make it conversational, but put it on your website. Hey, we are not interested in jerks. If you fit any of the following criteria, please take your services somewhere else. #2, onboard and train employees with a jerk-free workplace in mind. You've got to set the expectations right from day one that you're a jerk-free workplace, and this is what you mean by it. And you've got to, just like with any other value, make it a line in the sand so that all your employees are aware that this isn't just some, unattainable goal, some mamby-pamby thing you put on a poster. This is a line in the sand. You are going to hold them accountable for their behaviors, for their attitudes. #3, it stands to reason if you're not going to hire jerks and you're going to train people on not being a jerk at work, that you probably should know what you're talking about when you use the term jerk. So talk about it in an open way. What does it mean to be a jerk in your workplace? Define it in a fun way, but bring it to life with stories, with examples. There's over 50 synonyms, as I point out in my book, for the term jerk. So explain what a jerk is in your workplace, but also, again, define what it doesn't mean. That can be just as important. After all, is it jerk-like behavior if I disagree with your idea passionately in a meeting? Well, I would hope not, because if we want to get the best possible ideas in our meetings, then I have to be able to express myself, and sometimes I get a little passionate. That doesn't make me a jerk. So define what jerk-like behavior looks like and what it doesn't mean to be a jerk. #4, and I talk about this a lot in the book, always take the position, what if I'm the jerk? Because it starts with us, right? It's the old joke, if one out of 3 of you is a jerk and you look to your right and you look to your left and they are jerks, maybe it's you. So as a starting point, ask that tough question. What if I'm the jerk? Or what if some of the behaviors I'm doing in the workplace are kind of jerk-like and I just not even aware of it? So raise that awareness, ask yourself, what if I'm the jerk? #5, a really safe way to talk about some of the jerk-like behaviors that people might be engaging in your workplace is to share those top 10 lists of the top 10 things that drive people nuts in the office. Share surveys, do your own surveys, and share them. Share them in meetings, share them on your internet site, via email, on a bulletin board. Keep sharing them. It becomes a really safe way to raise awareness without having to single anyone out. Number 6, coach the jerks. You're going to have to, at some point, coach the jerks. You're going to have to help educate them on what jerk-like behavior is and what maybe they're doing that is contributing to a jerk-like workplace. Number 7, and kind of related to coaching one another on jerk-like behavior, is you really do need to intentionally foster an environment that encourages everyone to both give and, just as importantly, receive honest feedback from everyone, which means you need to train everyone on how to give and receive honest feedback. It doesn't work if you just open up the barn doors and say, okay, everyone, start being honest with each other. That can lead to a few issues, so make sure everyone is trained and coached in how to conduct challenging, honest conversations, how to give, and how to accept feedback from their coworkers. Number 8, hold regular good neighbor meetings where you just talk about what are some of the positive behaviors that everyone needs to remember to do at work. What are some of the positive examples of how people have behaved in your workplace, and raise some of those awarenesses in a very positive, constructive way during a good neighbor meeting. Because really, when we talk about not being a jerk at work, it's kind of like just being a good neighbor to the rest of your coworkers. Number 9, use the old wheel of change formula to have this conversation about jerk-like behavior, where you frame it around that topic of, let's reduce the jerk-like behavior at work. What is one thing we all need to keep doing that will help us keep jerk-like behavior at a minimum? What is one thing we maybe need to start doing? What is one thing we need to stop doing? And what is one thing we need to all learn to live with if we are going to continue towards creating a jerk-free workplace? And number 10, because I'm all about the humor at work and the fun, I have to say it. Infuse your workplace with a lot of humor and fun. Humor is the enemy of jerkiness behavior, I think. Humor and fun can help squash that jerk-like behavior. You can smother out the jerks if you get enough positive energy and humor and fun infused into your workplace. And I did say there were 10 and a half ideas, so here is my half idea. Buy my book. In fact, buy one for everyone on your team, because it's packed with ideas on how everyone can step up as a leader, how everyone can not just stop behaving like a jerk, but more importantly, how everyone, starting with you, can step up and take more of a leadership role on your team. And what about you? What has worked for you in your workplace, on your team, to create a jerk-free work environment? I would love to hear your comments on this topic. Please leave a comment in the comments below. And as always, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet to my Inspiring Workplace channel, where we talk about inspiring, rocking workplaces that are jerk-free, then please hit the subscribe button, join our growing community, and until next time, I wish you a jerk-free day.